aside from the 30% straight-down tax, which it would suffer if it was paid directly through your institutions, it would be best paid as a pension for your employees to be able to benefit, and also for yourselves to be able to benefit from the same. I think quickly, I'll just go to this illustration. This basically has from first column, age, because every one of us falls within this age bracket. Yeah, the pivotal age in the second column means this is the critical period that is looked at in this calculation. Contribution period is the number of years that you need to make this contribution given the particular different requirements that one will have in retirement. So if you're looking at having an inpatient cover of 100,000 and an outpatient cover of, an inpatient cover of 1 million and an outpatient cover of 75,000. At the age of 21, we're looking at contributing for 39 years. You need to be making an annual contribution, if it is for yourself, one person, of 43,330. M plus one, where in a spouse, you're looking at 79,803. And so on and forth, M plus four. It all depends on your current situation or your situation as is. So if we go maybe to a bracket that from my basic looking at this group, is that let's look at something between 40, 44, or 45 to 49. Basically, that means we're looking at an average age of 43. Yes. Thank you.
Time up. You will have to continue later. Now be upstanding for the welcome address by Governor of Mombasa-elect. Tafadhali, karibuni. His Excellency Abdulswamad Shariff, Governor-elect of Mombasa. Karibu. I am Naisa Keti. Asante sana. We're glad to be joined by Governor-elect of Mombasa. Atusalimie, atukaribishe, alafu hata nasi tuchumuike naye na watu wa Mombasa wote, hata kama Kiswahili changu ni ile chapara. Mnaweza kunipatia hiyo heko na kongole kwa kusema kidogo. Asante sana. So Chairman, this is the press team ya Governor. I'm informed reliably that this is live on the official page of the Governor or of the county. So you may tell our people that we are also live from KSG. Chairman, take it over.
Counties. Amjambo tena. I will make brief remarks, but before I do so, I want to invite our host and our partner for this particular conference, Dr. Wanyama, to come and welcome us into this particular institution.
Thank you very much, Chair. Our chief guest for today, His Excellency, the Governor of Mombasa County, Abdulswamad Shariff.National, Chair of the Forum and Vice colleagues, good afternoon. Your Excellency, mine is just to welcome you to Kenya School of Government, your institution. We are here as part of your county. We are co-partnering with the County Public Service Board Forum in having this forum here. And on behalf of the Council and Director General of Kenya School of Government, we feel most humbled to have you here. And we are hosting this team here for the whole 1 week. They will be here to discuss various issues where we will also be facilitating. My own CEO, the Director General, Professor Ludeki Chua, will be coming in possibly tomorrow evening because he'll be here on Wednesday. So on his behalf, I just want to say you're most welcome. And I also want to assure you, Your Excellency, that we as a school have always been there and will always be there to partner with your county government, especially when it comes to capacity development for the public service in the county. And so you can count on us in that area. So with those few remarks, I now want to return this microphone to the chairperson, Honorable Kopio, to continue the program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Director, for the brief remarks. So let me take this opportunity to welcome the Governor of the great county of Mombasa, His Excellency Abdulswamad Nasser, to this very important function. When we purposed to come to Mombasa for this activity, I reached out to our Vice Chair, Farida, to reach out to the Governor so that he may accept to grace this occasion. I have been a politician in my past life, and I know the kind of pressure that His Excellency is experiencing at the moment, but he has been gracious enough to squeeze time and come and talk to us. The reason why we thought it was important was that we hope and we expect that we shall be regular visitors to this great county. And he will be a very important partner for this forum. Your Excellency, this is, in front of you are actually chairpersons of all the county public service boards and their CEOs, the CEOs of those particular boards. We have come here to compare notes on how to have common practices and also how to make sure that public service across all the 47 counties of this country can have common norms and standards in the practice of human resource management. That is the reason we're here, and we were graciously hosted by Kenya School of Government, which is the only trainer licensed to train public service. So we expect that even going forward, we shall partner with your county. A lot of times when we are here, you know, when we are here and we are workers and employers of county governments, when we come here, you become our governor, and each time we come by, we would want that you join us, encourage us, so that we also feel we belong to this great county of Mombasa. With those many remarks, I wish to take this opportunity to invite you so that you can say something. But after this, with your permission, we would want to have a group photo with you as evidence that we came here. You know, evidence, even these days, evidence is required everywhere. I told these people before you came that there's evidence that I was in parliament because the governor is coming and you are with him in the 11th parliament. There's also evidence that I was at the university because at the university, the director general of KSG was my teacher and he taught me. So there's evidence. So we will take a photo as evidence that we truly came to the great county of Mombasa and no one will doubt. Thank you very much and welcome, sir.
Hamjambo tena. For a minute I thought the microphone was not working. Kumbe Chairman Mheshimiwa, we served with him the 11th Parliament. And I think amesahau sauti ya siasa. Once again I want to invite you, welcome you to the great County of Mombasa 001. Karibuni sana, feel at home. And this is a county where our hopes, dreams, desires is that this will continue being a county of choice and not a county that was necessitated for you to be able to come. We want you to come here, and we are hoping that government, tourism will have a huge chunk of that financial share to come to Mombasa. I'm not saying the other counties shouldn't benefit, but with all due respect, this is one of those counties where we will give you no other reason to go anywhere else. And that is an assurance that I want to give to every single person. Now, I want you all to realize your importance. Those who are in this auditorium today, you're responsible for the livelihoods of almost 150,000 Kenyans. Every one of you from your respective counties. You are one of the largest employers in this country. And there's no county that can be able to boast of a greater resource than human resource. You are the ones who are in charge of those who are the engines, the people who have to implement the ideas, the ideologies, the manifestos that got us to where we are today. And I've said this before. And I talked to the employees way before I got elected as a governor. And I intend to keep to my word. People might have different political ideologies. There are those who will agree with you. There are those who will disagree with you. But after the elections, for the rest of the country, it was after 8th. For ourselves, of course, we had postponed elections. We cannot have different ideas on how government services should be delivered. It is important, as much as every single person had their own ways, different political views, different preferred candidates. It is now time to say, let bygones be bygones, and the people of the various counties have made their decision, and it is time for us to now put our heads together so that we can be able to deliver. So it is important, as and when you're talking to the different employees, that elections are now gone. Now it is an issue of service delivery. We have a county integrated development plan that we have to be able to launch. We expect that our manifestos, our ideas, our focus, our service delivery to the great people of Mombasa, and I'm sure this applies to the different governors as well in every part of the country. We expect those to be driven, the engine to be fueled by none other than the employees. So we need to have a direct focus, that this is the direction that we all intend and should be able to take. And I give this with a big but. The but should not be if or may. It should be an issue of the direction that the people have chosen. It is now only right for that service delivery to go into that direction. And I know all of you. I know some of you might not even be able to say this in camera, but I can assure you, a number of you here, once we have a new CEO that comes in, there's going to be a lot of shuffling of feathers, isn't it? Don't worry, you can nod your head, the camera's on this side. But it is normal. It is normal. And I'm only asking you to support those elected CEOs, and that is the governors, and his executive or her executive, to be able to perform. The idea of having a suitable employer from the county governments should not be at a point where you only employ. Right now, with one of the highest unemployment rates in the country, Mombasa itself, the last Kenya National Bureau of Statistics is that the youth in Mombasa, 47% are unemployed. So obviously, every single person is currently knocking on doors asking for employment. But should we limit ourselves and say that, yes, our role should be limited, our role should be cocooned to be just an employer? Or should we metamorphosize ourselves to say that we should not just talk about being an employer, but being an employer that ensures payment, salaries, benefits to those employees is done on time? Shouldn't we also look at it in such a way that we not only be a position where we're told bora kazi, but rather turn ourselves and say that sio bora kazi, kazi bora ni kuweza kufanya katika county government. And this is the agenda that I have. Our biggest resource in Mombasa, the birth of Mombasa itself. Mombasa was born by the virtue of its people. We never had the first people who were able to come into Mombasa just to enjoy the beaches, the sun, and the sand. But the first people who came in and decided to settle in Mombasa, that iconic name being given to Mombasa, was because of our human resource. And that is what I intend to deliver for the people. That Mombasa will be a destination of choice for people, not because they have no other option, but because it becomes to be the best option that is available. And I'm hoping, I've had a meeting with the service board leadership, and I intend to meet with the full board of the county service for Mombasa as well. And I've given them my agenda and what my thoughts of Mombasa should be. We definitely will be having a situation where, based on our manifesto, based on our structure of government, we'll be intending to move people from certain departments to go to other departments so that service delivery can be able to be achieved. But after all this, those people working for the county of Mombasa will change the narrative of Bora Kazi into the narrative of Kazi Bora ni ya county ya Mombasa. And I think this is something that is doable, it is achievable, and most important, we need to ensure that there will be constant training to our employees. And the biggest thing, the biggest drive that should be there, as much as the CEOs, the governors ensure that all these other benefits, salaries and everything else is paid on time. But the biggest issue on every single employee in the county government of Mombasa is the desire to serve, because they feel that to work in the county government of Mombasa is a calling. And this is now the next level of direction that we need to take Mombasa into. And I'm hoping that the other CEOs all over will be able, with their own county integrated development plans, will be able to come up with a way and realize that politics is over. The employees are not the enemies. The employees are the engine that drives the county. They become an enemy when, after elections, they refuse or they purposely, deliberately try and sabotage the things that need to be done. Then that is where action needs to be taken. But action should not be taken based on someone's political ideologies. Then we will kill the very essence of democracy in this country. So mine once again is to welcome you all, kuwakaribisha, kuambia feel at home. As Mheshimiwa has rightfully put it, he is right. I'm in the process of getting all status reports from all departments. I intend to start, I stopped crawling, I started walking, and now my shoes are itching. I intend to start running. Immediately I put my Quran down. And so you will have to allow me to be able to, at this point, leave you here. We'll be able to discuss some more issues, and I welcome you once again. Thank you very, very much, and be blessed. Asanteni sana.
Members,
photo. Group
we
photo.
can go and take the group photo just at the stairs, to this hall.